Very good. Charge this plastic arm. Zero time.
The tourism industry in St. Vincent and the Grenadines employs thousands of hardworking men and women, providing services as taxi operators, tour guides and tour operators, short-term vehicle rentals, and comfortable accommodations. Many have been trained, licensed, and approved by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority. Be sure to only use tourism-approved service providers. A message from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority.
Some of our most precious treasures, the crown jewels, the epitome of elegance. Saturday, October 7th, 8 p.m., Victoria Park. Miss SVG 2023 Crown Jewels. 9 magnificent ladies vie for the coveted Miss SVG Crown. Letitia Barber, Miss Grenadine House. Denicia Botswain, Miss Metricin General Insurance Limited. Tiana Fairbairn, Miss Play 4. Arena Foy, Miss Massey Stores Limited. Trina Hooper, Miss National Launches Authority. Naya Laborde, Miss Flo. Samisha Middleton, Miss Caress Ace Hardware, Tara Richardson, Miss JCI St. Vincent, and Royisha Telemac, Miss In Transit Exports. Early bird tickets $60, pre-sold is $75. Ticket outlets: The Lotte booth at Peace Smoke, 4 Shells, Chill Spot, Johnny's Barbershop, VJ's Restaurant, Video Extreme Entice, and Terrence Auto Care. Miss SVG 2023 Crown Jewels, Saturday, October 7th, 8 p.m. Victoria Park.
It's a long pass from Chuck and up to Alex Ford. Alex Ford over towards Anderson. Anderson Jones bounce to the defender. He shoots, he scores. Goal, 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 goal. It's the 2023 Nations League qualifiers for both men and women. Back-to-back football for the rest of the year. September, October, November, and December. Football has got you covered. It's Ajax on the Leeds, Bermuda, and Christiana in home and away games. And there's more. Lady Heat takes on Bermuda, Dominican Republic, and Barbados. It's the Nations League qualifiers. Follow our social media pages for more information at SVG Football Federation and Instagram at SVGFF_football. It's Football Mania. Stay tuned for more information.
All right, morning time it is, some 16 minutes now before the 8 o'clock hour. It's that time now for us to get interactive, time for us to share the morning with you here on the Star of the Morning Scoop. It is going up until about 9 o'clock, and as always, to be part of it, your number is 451-7827. That's 451-7827. You can also send your WhatsApp messages, voice notes at 534-7827. Beautiful, sun-filled Monday morning here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As a matter of fact, the forecast for today is a simple one: sunny and warm.
They should lock eye for you. They should lock eye for you that word warm, eh? I'm telling you.
And warm.
Today, anybody who use the word warm to describe what happening these days, these are black up. I'm telling you. All you miss fooling people. Yes. I mean, warm is, you know.
Wow, that's what he meant. So that's what they
tell the export to expand their vocabulary. Like hot as hell, burning up, those expand the vocabulary, though, please, because warm. This we're going to drink is warm. This, not the day. Look outside the knee. Not a cloud in the sky. Wow. Bonjour, 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 Gemma. When I, one of my fondest memories of French class, Madam Beach, the former headmistress of the girls' high school, taught me French in St. Martin's. And if there's one thing I remember vividly, was when she would enter the class and she go, bonjour tout le monde. And we'd respond in chorus, bonjour, madame. I don't know if I remember any other French, but that's one of my fond memories of French class. She'd come in and she'd say, bonjour tout le monde. Tout le monde. Yeah. Oh my Lord, Vincentius, good morning. It was a beautiful weekend. Let me big up the Blinger and his team. Experience. Is that the team name? For cupping the SEDI football league yesterday. Throbbing Stubborn Youths 5-1.
Wow.
Yeah, Louis get beat right in your own backyard. Like come on this morning, go talk about that. Throbbing Stubborn Youths 5-1. So big up to Experience, team out of Upper Cane Hall, that went and took home the coveted title of 2023 champions of the SEDI Invitational Football League out there in Stubbs. So congrats to them for that.
Yeah,
also, Denny, in the usual Anthony Eddie Denny fashion, you blank me on Friday, but that's all right. Because we went up. Boy. I tell all you know, this man is a blank shot in a jet. Oh, see, we win. Let me ask you, blanking me. But Bling, myself, Narissa, Uncle Louis, Eminem, Augustine, all of us, we journeyed to Georgetown and we lime. Okay.
Nice.
We lime. We enjoyed good Creole food from the young people up there. I had a little bit of breadfruit and saltfish and I had a nice bowl of soup. And then you had breadfruit. Yeah, you had provision and blackfish and so forth. But it was really good. It's good to see the young people coming out and doing their thing as part of the organization. As we get oiled up and reared up to go. Yeah. So big up to the youths out there in North Central Greenwood for their Creole Day. As a matter of fact, Deputy Prime Minister Montgomery Daniel dropped by as well. So the only person who wasn't there, who talked big pan radio that they going to be there, is guess who, people? Guess who? Okay. All right. Okay.
Nice. It's time to get the show on the road.
The show's on the road. the show reach Georgetown. The show on the road and not reach Georgetown. But you ain't on the road yet, because you blanket people. But anyhow, go ahead. Get the show on the road, Denny.
All right, yes. Wonderful Monday morning it is here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and certainly, of course, pleasure to have you folks there. All right, somebody call me. I'll take this call. It's a very important call.
Okay, all right, so no problem. You go take it. You take a very important call. So yes, it's like Rochelle said, it's going to be a scorching day, I believe, today. And those individuals who just try and keep hydrated. Everybody keep hydrated. Avoid direct sunlight if you know you have issues with sun, and just stay inside if you have to, or at least stay in shaded areas, because sometimes sometimes you inside your house might be hotter than a shade outside. So if you could find a shade outside with a nice breeze, do that. All right, biggest morning to you, buddy. And the whole crew over there at Braxa up in Raboka, right? Lime biggest on Friday at Georgetown as well. So please try and hydrate yourself, keep yourself hydrated, and stay in shaded areas as much as possible. All right, because it's the days are really, really hot. The temperatures go really high up, and listen, if it wasn't for air conditioning vehicles, I'm telling you. Dr. Jill, my sister, said, if you have asthma, anyhow, let me not even fight with that spelling of asthma, how you're supposed to pronounce it there. If you're asthmatic, please stay out of the heat as well. All right, but it's important for you to keep hydrated. Very important. Let me say good morning. I wait until then he come back because I know he was ripping to go. So I waiting on him to come back. Let me say good morning to big up Uncle Sam and Step In and Miss Murphy, Miss Georgetown, the regulars, some who I haven't taught in a very long time, sister, um, you know, many of the others, but good people down there, up there at Rose Hall. Good day to you as well. All of you. Hope you all good. Miss Marshall, I see you log on for a while. Caddy, morning. PM is currently in the US attending the General Assembly session. He had a very busy but productive session at Cuba, the G77 and China summit, and now he's off to the UN General Assembly in New York. Morning, Terry. Boy, Terry, it a man who come on Terry. It a man who come on Facebook last night and talk about Canawan now. He started about Terry. Help me out here, please. Is there sandals on Canawan? Because the man started about Canawan, but all right, is sandals. So help me out, please, Terry. Help me out. Is there a sandals resort on Canawan? Because you're talking about Canawan, but there was sandals and the agreement with sandals and so on. No, nothing about the law regarding Canawan. And if your friend Lala ducking behind him and pushing him up, go on. You talk. You love talk. I don't know. By the way, with St. John's, let me get a joke now, On Friday, newspapers come out, as you know, on Friday. And well, I'm here until 9 o'clock. So by the time when I leave, I won't get here. I ain't seen no newspapers yet. But before I leave here, I get a message. It say, boss, sit on front page of newspaper. Me say, me? No, of course. What me do? The last time I made front page of newspaper was when in November of 2017 when I was accused of domestic violence. I'm like, okay. Of course, since then, one of the newspapers had me in the. I went to renew my ID card, and a picture was taken of me going into the building or coming out. I can't remember, and that meant I was going to be the new supervisor of elections. Yes, I was in that, and of course, when I was appointed press secretary, I think I made news. I don't think I made front page, but last weekend, front page, a la page front. That just said nonsense there, so don't even try to repeat that. Front page. So I said, what? So I checked the front page. I think I should put up the front page, the front page on the live for my livers to see how things went on let me start this. How things went on Friday. Say on Marshall making the front page of newspaper. I even call the newspaper name. I just go and show the thing. I'm going to show it. Come, let's say bring crowd. Yeah. What I don't know. Lord of mercy. Where is it? Okay. Let me do that just now. Hold on. Yeah. I make front page. Me not nothing. Is this one here? I just trying to change the format there. Trying to change the extension. Don't worry, hold on. I'm coming. Don't get to one. Yes, look at his. So I'll explain to me why it is that Sean Marshall is making the front page of newspaper. And those of you on the live, you will see the front page, would see what it was all about. Now you listen to the program and you heard everything. Where is it now? No? Oh Lord have mercy.
What are you checking out?
I am. I was showing them my nice picture. My nice front page, thanks to one of the newspapers here. I made the front page on the weekend. Nah, boy, like it messing up. Going on there. Going on there. But if I could, one second. Let me try this now. That still nothing. So the story. Sorry. Sion Marshall. PM Press Secretary calls employers wicked thieves for withholding NIS. That was me on the front page of the newspaper on Friday.
That's front page.
Front page. That's news. Right? And on page 3, it was the entire page. Now, remember we were discussing the NIS last week. And I was making the point that some of the businessmen within the NDP love to call up the NIS name, but they really shouldn't, because in their business dealings with the NIS, they aren't transparent, they aren't honest, and even outside of the NIS, they aren't honest with their employees, because they take out the money from their employees' salaries. I'm not talking about the fact that, remember now how NIS works. You have a certain percentage being paid by the employer as a part of the contribution, and a certain percentage being paid by the employee. So before you get your money in your hand, the NIS is taken out. When you get a salary slip, you see NIS and so on. That come out. You ain't getting that to pay it for yourself. They're taking it out. And then when they take it out, they do not pay it into the NIS. Now, I have had to pay NIS, so I know. You make it, you pay it. It's not a check to the NIS. Your contribution plus the employee's contribution. But they do not pay it into the NIS. And what that means is that it affects negatively the benefits, of the employee when they need it. So if your NIS is up to bars, boop, you get sick, you can't get sick leave. Boop, you're on maternity, you can't get maternity leave. Or worse yet, you retire and you realize there's nothing there because your employer wasn't paying in your pensions contribution. And to me, I don't know about anybody else, but to me, that is wickedness. To withhold people's pension contribution, and then when they think you're paying it in, you are not. And they retire, they can't get the pension benefits. No, the thing about it is that I'm happy that the newspaper, people who are in the newspaper, who work with newspapers, listen to Morning Scoop for really informative radio, right? They listen to comments, they listen to really informative radio. That's the first good thing. They locked on. Thank you very much. I say they listed, they locked on to the scoop. Joanne, they locked on to the scoop. And you locked on to go to see Joanne. And they published that. But what I would like to know from my good friend Shelley Clark at the news, because Shelley has published a few things incorrectly about me before, Shelley has published that I tried to boycott his papers. I never did. Never that, didn't he? But when Shelley's friend. And I thank Shelley for highlighting the fact that there are employers out there, even if you used my words, that there are employers out there who are involved in this practice that is wickedness in withholding their employees' contributions to the pension fund. What I would have loved Shelley to do is to go further. Don't just quote me, but join me in encouraging those employers who engage in that to stop it. Maybe that could be that could be this week paper. Maybe this week. Last week he just put that part. This week maybe now he'll say, and let me join with the press secretary in encouraging employers, because Shelley's a businessman. He's the managing editor of the news. He has employees, and I know Shelley paying any contributions for the employees. I know that. And so it's unfair, Shelley. And then call them out to me, man. Yeah, a big platform. They're the most popular newspaper. Call them out. Tell them it's unfair. It's, as a matter of fact, okay, if you don't want to use the word wicked like me, say unfair. Say wrong. You can say wrong? Say wrong. Like the preachers in church. Somebody say wrong. Hey, Shelley, just call it out now. I would love to see you go further and join with me to expose the wrong, call out the wrong, and encourage businesses to do right by their employees. I don't know of any individual who retired from the government service as a government employee and didn't get their pension when the time was right. I don't know of any, but I know of people, or didn't get the pay for whatever. But I know of individuals. And I'm sure if Shelley and Claire and Desiree Richards and so on go through their archives, they may find stories of a few people who came to the newspapers to complain that when they don't work, they can't get pension because the employer wasn't paying the pension. So it happens. It happens. And we gotta stand up for people. We gotta stand up for the people. Call out the businessmen. Call out the employers. We understand that sometimes things might be tight with the cash flow. But listen, and get me right, I am not even referring to your part of the contribution, If you are late with your part of the contribution, write the NIS, work out something. I am talking about the part that you take out of the employee's salary. That's what I'm talking about. The part that is not yours. Because say on Marshall or Anthony Denny or ISIL letter, Joanne Woodley or whoever, would love to be able to get the $100 or the $80 or the $120 that go into the NS, so we could pay a light bill and then pay it later. But we don't have that luxury. You taking it out. You taking it out before we get it. So since you're taking it out, it's not your money. It's the employee's money. And that's the part of the contribution I was referring to. It ain't yours. It's not cash flow. Please. When they take it out, please submit it, remit it, please now. Pay it into the NIS, please. I beg you. And then you could always work out something with the NIS for your part. Write them. Whatever things are available. Whatever plans or programs are available for employers. Write them. But not the people own. And that's the point I was making. That's the part of the contribution I was talking about. That is what got me in newspapers on the weekend. I was a good looking picture too. It was a real good looking picture. I look young. I look young and good looking in that picture there. Wait, then you get new glasses. Well, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Getting new glasses. I just noticed that. Like his NS money getting paid in, His NS money getting paid in, so he could buy new glasses. He could buy new glasses. I'm glad for that. We have to talk about that, and that was what I was talking about as we discussed the NIS. I wasn't talking about anything else except taking the employees part of the contribution from their salaries, from their wage, before they get it, and not bring it in. That's the part I was talking about. So I thank the news for highlighting the issue. He used my words. That's fine. I stand by my words. But I want him to go further and join me. Amplify it. Use his words. And say, I agree with the press secretary of the Prime Minister. I agree with him that it is wickedness. And employers who engage in this practice should stop it. And if you go there, actually, I can tell you ain't go there, but that's another story. Good morning, Tammy. So, Danny, wait, I will go on here. I have noticed it in the plugin properly. And in the end, or people wasn't getting a very good song at all the time.
They don't see us.
But they get now. It's all right. They won't get any good song at all. I apologize, my Scoop family, for that. You weren't getting that all the time. You get better now. Let me go. Diane? Is this mic on? Is it on? Okay, there you go now. Let's try that now. All right. So now you should be getting even better quality audio. My apologies for that. You hear me? You go hear me well. Terry, you hear me well. You hear me well. Like Narissa, just wake up, come to me, don't catch today. Good morning, Narissa. So then I don't know if you heard about our side. And I was trying to choke Terry in the waist as well. In the ribs, because I don't know if he hear it or see it just either. But there's a young man who played the role of the NDP's PR last night on a rant, talking about Kanawan. So last night, talking about Kanawan, I think the rant lasted about 2 hours, just over 2 hours. But if it lasted for 2 hours, Kanawan, what are you talking about, eh? If it lasted for 2 hours, 1 hour 50 minutes was about Sandals.
1 hour 50 minutes.
Yeah.
You're talking about Kanawan.
Yeah. So I asking Terry, but Terry didn't answer me. I asking Terrence Bino if there is a Sandals on Kanawan. But Terrence wouldn't answer me. Like Terrence, once he walk in to see you, want me know?
Well, there are lots of feet in Kanawan, so I guess they were in Sandals.
I want to know if there's a Sandals resort on Kanawan.
Oh, a Sandals resort.
But clearly, Terry, like he walk in the, you're interested in the Sandals Kanawan Limited, and so he wouldn't answer me. Because this man talking about Kanawan, but everything is Sandals. The agreement with Sandals, the MOU with Sandals, how much power Sandals get, and Sandals should be Ministry of Tourism. But it's Kanawan we talking about. Terry, come and laugh. Terry, come and go laugh. Me know why I laugh. Me why answer me. And the truth is, the situation in Kanawan requires urgent attention. It requires urgent attention. However, like Snaggy said when he called in recently, and I believe individuals who are familiar with the situation, like Terry and so on, who've been there from the very beginning, who understand the agreement, the law that pertains to the Kanawan development, they understand that it is not a simple matter. It is not an uncomplicated matter.
I heard the young man acting as PR of the NDP last night talking about there needs to be dialogue. There needs to be. The truth is, Vincent John, there's nothing in the agreement that requires any dialogue between the developers and the residents on Kanawan. Nothing. So you can't force that. But it's about negotiation, and yes, I agree with Terry and those brothers and sisters down there. Let's talk. I agree with the Prime Minister. We have to talk. We have to talk. But make no mistake about it. There is nothing that compels them to talk to any resident or group of people or representatives of people on the island of Kanawan, because the agreement, which is law, is between the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the developers. And so the government can request a meeting with them, or they, landlord and tenant, lessor and lessee, they can request a meeting with the lessor to discuss elements of the lease. And it would make sense to them, as PM pointed out, in an attempt to live harmoniously with the community, to engage the people that they live with. Because the truth is, unrest on the island does no good for your hotel. It does no good for your brand.
Exactly.
Unrest on the island is counterproductive to what you're trying to do and what you're trying to sell and what you're trying to promote internationally regarding your development. So why create a situation of unrest over something that the residents are saying, let's just talk now. Let me talk. No. Since I've been addressing this matter, I have tried to avoid as best as possible casting any aspersions anywhere. I've avoided making it a race issue, but others have, and talked about the access to the beach being denied because of issues relating to race. I have tried to avoid that discussion. And I will avoid the discussion because I believe putting those things in the mix of a discussion right now can agitate. And the next thing, of course, next week in the newspaper, you see PM press secretary calls Kanawan developers racist. So me you want to see that. Because I don't know them to refer to them in any such way. I only will speak to and refer to public facts. Public facts. Talk. Because unrest is not productive. It makes no sense for what you're trying to do at Kanawan. None. But yeah, nobody can make it talk. Nobody can force, no amount of nothing can cause the developer to sit down with Terry or Deborah or Terry and Deborah or Terry, Deborah and somebody else, because relating to the agreement that they have, relating to the legal document that they're holding on to, that gives them certain rights and privileges, there's no Terry or Deborah. There's no reference in it to a third party except the clause that speaks to tribunals. There's a clause in that that talks about tribunal, but it talks about justice at the High Court, the Chief Justice, and so on. It didn't talk about Terry and Deborah. But these individuals and others are residents on the island who are seeing their rights as Vincentians erode, difficulty with access, difficulty going to the beach. Man telling you, you can't drive on the public road unless your vehicle white. Because their vehicle is white. And so you could park your vehicle there and then we will come and send a card for you. But then we say, yeah, but that's me. What about everybody else? You're going to send a card for me. Because I objecting publicly. What about everybody else? When they come with their vehicle that's not white, what are you going to do to them? They can't go to the beach? And then I walk all the way up there? Can I walk all the way up there? And they can do this because the former administration, led by the former Prime Minister, James Mitchell, with a 50-0 parliament, went into that parliament and signed into law a most one-sided, a most ridiculous agreement known to man, and make it law, giving away land, sea, and sovereignty. You realize, Denny? I follow the agreement, eh? And I think somebody should call Kensington and tell him come to school, because I don't know what he was doing last night. Somebody should call him and tell him come to school. And he goes, yeah, talking stupidness, but I'm going to talk stupidness from the law as signed by James Mitchell, right? Premises. I want a little to understand the gravity of this matter, you know. In my opinion, this is my interpretation. The lessor hereby leases and demises unto the lessee all those pieces or parcels of land on the island as follows, lying north of the demarcation line shown on the map annexed hereto as Appendix A, together with the lessor's interest, if any, in and to the ways, that road, waters, and courses, abutting or surrounding the same, to the extent under the sovereignty and control of the lessor. Now, when it's about the waters under the sovereignty, the waters of our interest, the interest we have to the sovereignty and control, 12 nautical miles. They have that. Do you realize, and again, I'll start by saying I could be wrong, but this is my interpretation, Denny. Do you realize, like as in Guyana, if some isle is discovered in the waters there, they could claim it?
Oil.
We give you interest in it, we give you interest in the water.
There you go.
If some isle, oil, is discovered just off Canawan to the north, in the waters abutting or surrounding the land, they could claim that and we don't touch it. That is my interpretation. It might well be flawed, but we have given away all interest in the 12 nautical miles of territorial waters as part of this agreement. And I look into the agreement, I'm mentioning about sandals. You know about sandals, any?
How could sandals being
I don't know,
a
because
1990 agreement?
No, because the man who been talking last night,
It's
the man
2023.
who acting PR who they sent to shampoo mess. They talk about sandals all night and every time what kind of one?
At time when you were signed about what? 3 years ago, sometime there? 2020, 21, sometime there?
I'm telling you.
So
They're trying to look for something in the agreement with Sandals, while at the same time avoiding addressing the issues in the agreement with developers that their party signed. Well, the thing is, in all fairness, I don't know if NDP is Kenson's party. Because I don't know if I don't know if it's an NDP man. So let me not say his party. But clearly he's doing the work. Clearly he's doing the work. Lana asked a very good question. A very good question. But here's my answer to that, Lana, because we read it last week. Was it what, 26, Danny?
yes, 26, I believe.
Yeah. Yes. It said, is it D? Which one? Yes. CE. This list cannot be changed. You ask about amendment. Change. This list cannot be changed. Use the word amended in the same in its place. This list cannot be amended or terminated orally, but only by an instrument in writing executed by both parties here too. By both parties here too. So that yes, it can be amended, but the amendment or the changes must be agreed to by both the government and the developers. All right, Ian, yes, Ian, how to go do his G duty. So you run in. Have a good one, buddy. Shake the Prime Minister hand when you see him. Yeah. And 25 made the point. This list contains all the promises, agreements, conditions, inducements, and understandings between the lessor and the lessee relative to the premises and supersedes any prior agreement or understanding. And there is no promise. There are no promises, agreements, conditions, understandings, inducements, warranties, or representations, oral or written, expressed or implied, between them, other than is set forth herein. So, I mean, can it be changed? Of course, but that requires the agreement of both parties. The developer is going to have to agree to give up their rights to the waters, the rights to the courses, the rights to the ways. But understand this, Denny. This may well be one of the pivotal reasons why they signed it in the first place.
Exactly.
So that is a significant material aspect of the agreement, and changing those changes the entire color of the agreement. The people wanted exclusive, and to them, exclusive meant we don't want nobody from the island in or around the premises, including the waters. And that could be a pivotal reason, if not the main one, along with the fact that they don't have to get no permission from planning or anything. And of course, it's a small money they're paying. What? You can't get it nowhere else? You can't get an agreement nowhere else. And so you won't change the fundamental elements of the agreement that made me sign it in the first place? Nah. You're joking. I agree to that. I never change it on your own, you're in breach, and I carry in your court. I think this thing's simple. That is why the young man came on last night, trying to build up a boogeyman. Look over here. Look at the shiny object over here. Look, hello, over here, shiny object. Because the mess is really over there. So is Sanders trying to go after?
It's now 8:25. Gotta pay some bills, of course. Take a break, and then we'll come back with much more here on a Monday morning. Keep it out locked in. On Tuesday, September 19th, there'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of $211,000. A new home, car, or that college education.
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next Lotto jackpot, $211,000.
Sandra, where you going in such a hurry?
Y'all, I have so much stuff I need to buy. I need to get to town fast. Plus, it's end of month.
But what you really need to buy, so?
Well, I need to look for a swimsuit for my pool party Sunday. I need to pick up my medication. And
and even grab a drink and lunch too. It's all here just for
Picture
you.
this, you and your squad at the Honestville playing field decked in national colors. The Vinci team has you at the edge of your seat. Could this be the goal that gives them the win? And just like that, it's pandemonium in Honestville. They score! Only football can give you these emotions, but it's not who you think it is. It's not just a man's game. It's the 2023 Women's Nation League qualifiers. On September 26th, SVG clashes with Bermuda. On October 27th, rep your colors, come out strong, and support the women as SVG meets the Dominican Republic. December 5th, SVG versus Barbados. Admission, adults $20, children $10. The 2023 Women's Nation League qualifiers. Honestville playing field from 3 p.m.
Marry that idyllic view of the outside to the warmth and comfort of the inside. No more barriers to that perfect panoramic view, filling up the entire room with natural light and cool breezes, creating that seamless transition between here and there. Discover the beauty of our bifold patio doors from Kendra's aluminum products. Two spaces have now become one smooth flowing space with a simple flick of a handle. Blur the lines and make your sanctuary spectacular. Enjoy outdoor living from the inside out with a touch of modern elegance. Transform your living spaces. A room with a view now belongs to only you. Visit our showrooms today and ask about our bifold patio doors. Another quality product from Kendra's Aluminum. Kendra's aluminum products exports to all islands in the Caribbean region. Call our export team today for assistance. Kendra's Aluminum Products Limited, a tradition of excellence.
Dr. Santiago Orthopedics and the Traumatology Center in Capital City, Kingstown, specializing in bone, joints, ligaments, tendons, and muscle health. We offer PRP treatment, which supports wound healing in the joints, epidural treatment for lower back pain, hyaluronic acid treatment for knee pain, and much more. We also do minor surgeries and offer X-ray, physiotherapy, abdominal, joint, and pregnancy ultrasounds, cast and cast removal services. We are located at the junction of Level Gardens, opposite the Girls Guide headquarters. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. We also do home visits, and our services are also extended to the Grenadines in Beckway every Saturday at Dr. Lugo's Clinic. Visit, call, or WhatsApp 530-7866 for Dr. Santiago Orthopedics and Traumatology Center, where preventing disease, relieving suffering, and healing the sick is our priority.
House, renovating or updating, we supply high-quality engineered hardwood flooring, 3 vinyl planks, and a wide assortment of stylish trims. We also supply wall and floor tiles and tiling-related products. How about your staircase? We have railings, posts, spigots in metal, stainless steel, wood, and glass to make your staircase a centerpiece. We offer personalized selection and shipping service from Canada to SVG. Contact Marlon on WhatsApp at 289-200-7649 or District Stairs on Facebook.
Thinking of winning the Lotto jackpot? Well, There is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the Lotto jackpot. There's Combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 Lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 Lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8, and Combo 9 Lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Paul's Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases. So you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
You can increase your chances of winning the Super 6 jackpot with a combo play. Remember, Super 6 numbers are from 1 to 28. Choose any 5 Super 6 numbers. That's a combo 5 for $69. Match any 5 of the 6 numbers and you will win the jackpot. Choose 7 Super 6 numbers for $21. Match any 6 of the 7 numbers and win the jackpot. There's more. Combo 8, where you purchase 8 Super 6 numbers for $84. Match any 6 of the 8 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3 and Combo 4 Super 6 plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Paul's Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Super 6. Bigger jackpots, more chances
At
to
the
win.
People's Pharmacy, we've put our mission at the center of our name. We are people-centered, and every day we renew this commitment to providing products and services that help our valued customers lead healthier and happy lives. The People's Pharmacy fills prescriptions promptly and accurately, and also offers a wide range of vitamins and supplements, plus generic medication for everything from an upset stomach to the common cold. We offer toiletries and baby care items, skin care and hair care items too. All that coupled with a friendly, knowledgeable, and efficient staff to ensure customer satisfaction every time you shop. The People's Pharmacy offers extended opening hours, 8 in the morning to 8 p.m., Mondays through Saturdays. For more information, give us a call at 456-1170. The People's Pharmacy. We go further to serve you better.
Play more and win even more. National Lottery has more cash in store. 4 numbers from 0 to 9. In 5 grand with $1 in line. Play score and back into 2. There'll be lots of cash waiting for you. Choose for Monday to Saturday. Go get your tickets, it's so easy to play. When you play for, you win even more.
The tourism industry in St. Vincent and the Grenadines employs thousands of hardworking men and women, providing services as taxi operators, tour guides and tour operators, short-term vehicle rentals, and comfortable accommodations. Many have been trained, licensed, and approved by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority. Be sure to only use tourism-approved service providers. A message from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$230,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot from midday Tuesday, September 19th. It's $230,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot.
Up to Alex Wood. Alex Wood over to Alex Anderson. Anderson Jones bounce the defender. He shoots. He scores. Goal, 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 goal.
It's the 2023 Nations League qualifiers for both men and women. Back-to-back football for the rest of the year. September, October, November, and December. Football
Football has got you covered. Vinci Heat takes on Belize, Bermuda, and French Guiana in home and away games. And there's more. Lady Heat takes on Bermuda, Dominican Republic, and Barbados. It's the Nations League qualifiers. Follow our social media pages for more information at SVG Football Federation and Instagram at SVGFF_football. It's Football Mania. Stay tuned for more information.
Our most precious treasures, the crown jewels, the epitome of elegance. Saturday, October 7th, 8 p.m., Victoria Park. Miss SVG 2023 Crown Jewels. 9 magnificent ladies vying for the coveted Miss SVG crown. Letitia Barber, Miss Grenadine House. Denicia Botswain, Miss Metrosin General Insurance Limited. Diana Fairbairn, Miss Play 4, Arena Foy, Miss Massey Stores Limited, Trina Hooper, Miss National Lotteries Authority, Lion Laborde, Miss Flo, Samisha Militon, Miss Caress Ace Hardware, Tara Richardson, Miss JCI St. Vincent, and Royisha Telemac, Miss In Transit Exports. Early bird tickets $60, pre-sold $75. Ticket outlets, the Lotta booth at Peacemo, 4 Shells, Chill Spot, Johnny's Barbershop, VJ's Restaurant, Video Extreme Entice, and Terrence Auto Care. Miss SVG 2023 Crown Jewels, Saturday, October 7th, 8 p.m., Victoria Park.
All right, yes, mark the date. Saturday, October 7th, Miss SVG 2023, 9 delegates facing the judges, and those 9 delegates are going to be with us in studio tomorrow morning at 8:30.
All 9?
All 9. All 9. Don't worry. They will be facilitated.
9.
9. 9 and we and them.
Any of them.
You remember that?
Hold on. Tell them we're going to carry them at my pool party Sunday. Tell them make sure they get a bath too, because we're going to my pool party Sunday.
All right.
Right. Because listen to me, I have a pool party every Sunday, and it's every week there's someone going by baths for my pool party. But that's another story, yeah? That's another story. This morning I big up my brother Ian Alexander. Big time listener to the Scoop down there in, well, he works on Mustique. It's his birthday today, so I big him up and tell him I have a Romeo and Julieta for him, right, on his birthday today, right? Today. So if you don't collect it today, forget that, because it's today. It's today. All right, good. So we continue the discussion. I just scrolled through Facebook a while ago, and I saw a post under the name of Fernando Kehan. And the post was saying, if you are a young man living in Central Leeward and South Leeward, and you're unemployed, something wrong with you, because Standard's hiring plenty people.
Fernando Kehan.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
That I wouldn't go as far as saying something wrong with you. But if you're not working, it's because I would think that you don't want to work. I wouldn't say something wrong with you. I would say you clearly don't want to work. We've been saying this for months, Denny. With the construction boom happening right now, any young man who, especially of an unskilled kind, an unskilled young man who want a work as a laborer could get a work as a laborer. Well, don't talk about skilled laborers, because I know domestic construction suffering
big time,
because commercial construction has everybody.
Yep.
Right. My mother is doing a bit of a construction in Chateaubriand, and she's having trouble getting men on a consistent basis. So much so that some of them have to come on weekends, because during the week they're working on the full-time gig.
Right.
So we've been saying this for a long time, that jobs are out there, especially in the construction sector, and for everybody, male and female, because I know females have a niece who does welding. So everybody, once you're into that kind of thing, go out and find jobs. But what you've had is the consistent pulling the wool over the eyes of the people by the NDP and some of the sycophants, like under the same post, under the name of Kent King, the response was, oh, they were not Spanish-speaking concrete professionals. Like, why is that? Why is that? The thing is, work. They book up, they sandals. Simple. They're looking for employees. They're looking for workers. And these are the kind of individuals who would come and make everything political, because no matter what happens, him and others like him find a way of making everything political. Everything political. Because in their desperation, in their absolute desperation, they were at the back of this government. Somebody who I considered to be a friend of mine, and I had cordial relations with, went on Facebook and said, the reason why he was NDP win is because he was ready to get rid of me, put me out of work. And that's Kingsley Freitas. How am I going to consider you my friend when, because of politics, you would like to see me unemployed? This is not somebody who has, I don't even expect you to have my best interest at heart, but at least good intentions, no? Because I would never ever wish for anybody to lose a job. Ever. But there's something about Cian Marshall and others like him that people like Kingsley and others want to see out of a job. Jeffrey Providence made a similar sentiment on Facebook. And these are the people who talk about victimization. But deep in their hearts, from the top leadership of the NDP right down to the base of the rank and file, within that organization, a lot of them are harboring that kind of feeling that once their party comes into office, they're going to start to fire left, right, and center. And that is why I always try to remind our comrades, if you think it is difficult for you under Labour, try it on the NDP. If you think it's difficult for you under Labour, take your time and try it on the NDP. And you go see. Because in the same way, they carried out a 17-year rule of victimization and so forth against individuals who they thought supported Labour. If they ever rose to power again, it ain't gonna be no different. And for those of you who are fooling all yourselves, thinking it might be, I go on. I know these struggles, I know these struggles I had. I know these struggles that people my age, in my generation had. I went to a funeral in Chateaubriand a couple of weeks ago. Mrs. Hathaway. And in the eulogy, her son was making the point that people like my mom and his mom were brilliant. And if the opportunities that exist today existed back in their days, they would have gone so much further. And he's correct. Because our biggest problem before Labour, our biggest problem was access. And as I said that, it popped in me head, Denny. Our biggest problem before Labour was access. Access to education, access to healthcare, access to information, because everything was strapped down. And based on the Kenya One law, access to the beach. Our biggest problem was access.
Let's take a pen, let's take a call. Hello, good morning.
Hey, morning, Benny.
Morning, comrade. How are you doing?
Hi there. I was bought the greetings more sent to me, wife.
Today's sis birthday?
Yes, man, yes.
All right. Good people. September people. Good people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So me I send birthday from 5 children and 2 grand. Napsili Enright is in America. Napsili in Canada. Calvert is there, better known as Kelly. Septius and June Sinclair, better known as Django.
So Septius
And
better known
2
as Seppi?
grandchildren.
So Septius not better known as Seppi?
Eh?
Septius not better known as Seppi?
Seppi.
Right. Okay.
Yes, Seppi.
Right.
Seppi.
Septius better known as Seppi. Right.
Right. And Jada in Canada, that's Shigran. And Corey, that's Shigran. We all come together to wish you all the best of and hope she lives to see many more to come. So thank all you very much for accepting me. Thank you very much, Sean.
Yes. No problem,
Benny?
buddy.
Yes, comrade.
You all right?
Yeah, man. We good, man.
Okay.
Very well.
All right.
All right, good. All right, take
All right,
care.
okay.
Good. Yeah. So, good, comrade.
Yes.
Crystal.
His wife, sis. Well, that's your reference. That's what he's called his wife. So I sis. Everybody knows sis. His wife over there in Magum celebrating her birthday. We wish her all the best on her big day. All right. I tell you, their whole thing is to get after people who support labor. That is their thing. Well, that's what I'll say. Me and my education, I think I invested plenty money personally in my education. I went to Teachers College. I did an executive diploma at UE. I paid for that out in pocket. I went to Azerbaijan on a scholarship. I did some studies at Strathclyde University in Scotland. I paid for that out in pocket. I just completed some studies there at the University of London. I paid for that out in pocket. I invested plenty in my education. So I'm not gonna be okay. Plus, be creative. We gonna do little thing. And I am proud, eh? I am proud. They used to call me a forger. So I used to sell a little sugar cake and thing and so on. I am proud. I can do what I have to do. I am proud. I was a proud man. So that's all right.
Yeah, have another call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. There is one access you didn't mention. I don't know if you mentioned it before I came on, but there was access to international destinations. Good morning, gentlemen.
Well, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Direct access to international destinations. Under the NDP, we had a problem with access. The ULP has come and opened up access, equal access, and given us all equal opportunity. So we have access to education. Universal access to education. We have access to funding for education. We have access to scholarships in different countries. We have direct access to international destinations. Yeah, access. But the access in Canada, the issue in Canada, the access there, that one they could take some doing because it requires an agreement. It requires consensus between lessor and lessee to change the agreement there.
Hello, good morning. You're on the star.
Yes, good morning, Stian. And good morning, Denny.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sian, I'm here on the road driving. I'm listening to what you're saying this morning. I normally listen, but I don't really call. But I said I'm going to call. The part where you say that if NDP to get into office, and these disgruntled people think that milk and honey will be there in the office, waiting for them, they have a wrong thing coming. And I'm glad you're there to make sure that young people listen to what you guys are saying on the radio. Some people may think they're not listening, but they're listening because there are those who set in their own ways and always think that the government is there to say, look this, look that, look this, look that, and them alone should this, that, that. And only NDP people getting this and this and that. But we should remember that Dr. Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Exactly.
And you can't sit down and expect Dr. Gonsalves to come by your door and knock by your door and say, well, I have a little work down here. So you have to get up. You have to educate yourself. You have to know what is the policies of the government. Them guys got 20-something years of opposition, and all they have inside of them right now is if they get in there, is left, right, and center, is revenge here and revenge there and all over the place. So I'm urging our people to be very cautious. Listen. Sometimes the newspaper writes so much foolishness that you just can't bother yourself for them. Because foolishness have been written in the newspaper just for the sale of the newspapers. And I'm very happy that you guys taking the time to continue to let young people know what is happening in this country. Some of them who born under the education revolution, they are very happy. And the parents are very happy. A lot of them don't talk. But if you're on the ground and you're on the street, you will hear the talking. Because in a lot of the homes, people today can just take the children and carry them to school. Gone are the days when you see parents with bench on the head. And you see they go in the classroom to carry toilet paper. And to make sure the bench that the children are going to sit on have no nails. So, Ian and Denny, y'all continue.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that call. I really appreciate that call. And that is the point, you know. That is the point. Well, he made a number of very good points. And one of the points that he made, which I'm concerned about, and I've spoken about on this program, is the attitude of some of our comrades. They never know. They never hear. And me now go beg. I mean, I know why me have to go up there go beg. It's not about begging. But you're inquiring. And you're putting yourself in the place. And while you are not doing it, while you are not following up, while you feel that you call once or twice and that's enough, and me now beg, other people, regardless of who they support, following up and calling and to the point of being annoying, but they ain't key. Hey, Danny, you met somebody came to the lottery and asked you for some kind of assistance and so on. No problem. I'll get back to you. Before you sit down good, then I wait for people to get back to them. They're getting back to you. But some of our comrades are of the opinion that I ain't supposed to. Because let me beg them there. Not beg them there. But it's in your interest. You gotta follow up.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, basically to me that is the problem, you see, especially some people who they in the trenches for years, seeing things happening, and they stay busy because they make a personal touch them looking to chop down the tree and believe they have a right because they support the government, and some of them because they believe they believe they're more academical, and the PM know if something come for we to push the thing, they will come and monopolize it, and they have no idea. A lot of things happening for everybody, but it are some people who say they struggle people and supporting when they're supposed to give it the strength. They're pushing the ego and the self to humbug the thing. The broad mass of people, the NDP mass base, some of them NDP supporters, if they're wicked, greedy and bad-minded, they tell you plainly, thing never was so. Because they know. You know what some of them problem is the attitude of some of the people them who say they working on behalf of the candidate them on a community level. And we had to look out for the party and the program that going on. If we don't do that, it will humbug. We pick me them and NDP pick me them because we have to study. We ain't gonna be here all the time, you know. Them old guys, they don't proposing nothing for St. Vincent. If they give them a chance, they will eat and defecate and do like what they do keto. And them people who say they love the children had to safeguard that. Make the Labour Party go in after forever because that's something called auto-dynamic. But we had to be aware of what is going on in the country. The party with the dynamic to go forward is ULP right now. But within the party of ULP and the support, there are some elements who just on the shelf and they could create problem and dilute the process where we set the people stay home and then everything happen. By accident, them probably get you by default, and within a chase time you get have problem in the society. Some of them showing people, children might get shoot down. I talking like as a poet, you know. I talking like Jimmy Cox, you know. Brother, keep living, look at St. Vincent and remember the dreams that we get run down for in tongue. Some of we get locked up, push up water, literature and them kind of thing. Thing happening, satisfying with dream to stand firm, stand up for the country. Okay, my brother.
All right, buddy.
Thanks much. Thought we had another one, but all right. Yes, we do have another call coming in, so let's accommodate this before we do wrap. Hello, good morning.
Yes. Just to highlight, morning, guys.
Morning.
Just to add to what the gentleman who said he was driving, he made a point, and I would add to that. They don't hide behind any bush to say that when they get into office, who they're going to fire, you know.
No, they don't.
They don't. They're telling you up close and personal too. They're on the radio, and this one going to get this job and who going to get the other one job. That's why they're like vultures all over the place now. They're looking for every little piece of overgrown grass over here and there, and they're going to develop here and they're going to develop there. When the grass wasn't there, they had no intentions of developing. But the grass growing now because of the rain that we had.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to develop here and they're going to develop there. Develop what? The only people they're going to develop is themselves. Not even some of the same people who think that they're going to get this job here and that job there. Plenty of them going to get heart attacks now. Plenty of them.
You go see them crawling back because when things ain't work, remember, a bunch of them leave.
What?
A bunch of them leave to go over the hoping for thing. Okay.
So last, you know. And we can talk about it on the radio too.
Of course we'll talk about it.
We will talk about it on the radio too. So they don't hide anything from us. We know what to expect because they tell us plain and straight. No longer some people have to get up in the morning and worry about breakfast for the children to go to school, you know. Because some of them sending the children to school and breakfast is there ready waiting for them.
Of course. And lunch.
And lunch too. I was coming to that. And lunch too. They think that this is going to continue if we change the government. It's not going to happen, you know. Because when they cut this, and when they cut back to this percent and cut tax and whatever, they're going to be hard pressed for money to fund these programs. I hope people paying attention, you know.
I hope so.
Because if they keep cutting money here and cutting money here and cutting money the other place, you're going to be hard pressed for money. So you're going to have to cut social programs. And the guy said about winning government by default, that would happen if people, look, sometimes you have your little problems. You get upset, you get angry because you think that this shouldn't be happening or that shouldn't be happening. But look at the overall picture. Think if I don't get too galvanized, or I don't get a couple of sacks of cement, further down the road, one of my children will get a scholarship. And that should supersede all that you wanted before that happened. Because here what can happen? When they get a scholarship, and even if they go away and they get a job overseas, you can get a bigger and better something that you wanted. Think. Put on all your thinking caps. We cannot allow these people to take the reins of government in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, well, I just say, I all on put aside now. I looking for the other side. But my grandchildren, well, I only had two of them. They are the rest abroad. But I looking out for them. So I have to think about them. And I have to think that I want them to do just as good as all who went before them. But it would not happen like that if we don't think, if we don't sit down and listen to these people. I like that one day who carrying on with the rant. He always on a rant. And he's on a rant because of stupidness. You're doing something wrong and they get pulled over the cold straight. But you want to blame everybody who had nothing to do with it. You want other people to suffer because of your foolishness. So you're carrying on and carrying on. And don't matter about the other one who want you to lose your job. Yeah. You can't take on them kind of people there. Don't take on them kind of people. Because they only think one way. They only think one way. They don't think for down the road, you know. They think today for today only. Vincentian, I know a lot of us would get angry from time to time. But you know when you get angry in the day, you lie down before you go to bed and you get up. Or if you lie down when you're watching cricket and you fall asleep, right? When you get up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, you just pray about the matter. You know where to leave it. You know where to leave the problems. Don't be saying, I ain't voting because this one getting and I ain't getting. It bothers people. It would bother people. Because look, we are human. That is an emotion that God put in us, right? And if you are constantly going to the polls and electing a government, and you have people who telling you, don't vote for them, don't vote for them, but you are going and putting them there. And then in the long run, you see those are the same people who getting this, getting that, getting whatever. Of course you're going to feel bad. You must feel bad. You're human. But as I said already, think about the overall picture. Think about the development of the country. And look, you can say anything you want to say. We see that this country, we have come a long way. A long, long way from where we were. So sit down, reflect, and say, we have further to go. But we can only go with the right people.
But let me say this. Let me say this to you before you go, because I realize like you're winding down. So let me say this to you before you go. I hear a lot of our comrades. Well, okay, let me not say a lot. I hear our comrades. Some of our comrades tell me never get one thing, and it's not true. There is no Vincentian, none, that can say to you, after 22 years of governance of the ULP, they have not benefited directly. None. I mean, you may not have gotten what you want in terms of maybe some galvanized or the work you wanted. But when you factor it down, what it is ease of travel, your children coming home, your grandchildren coming home easily because of the airport access and so on. I mean, we have all benefited.
But that's what I'm saying to you. That is what I'm saying to them. We may not get something that they can nail up here, nail up there,
exactly,
and whatever. But look at our children. Look at the amount of our children going away. They're studying here.
Of course.
Everywhere you could think about.
You make it nice for Tushita galvanized, but your child on scholarship, and you're vexed.
But that is what I said.
You're vexed. I mean, I can't understand.
Yes, we have to sit down. We have to sit down. Just like how the people in Canawan would have to sit down and have dialogue. We have to sit down and think. I listen, well, you see, as you humbug me, because I was going, So you can take this now. I listened to that, it was an interview that the Prime Minister had with the St. Lucia.
Yes.
With the St. Lucian radio station last week. I didn't hear the first part. Think you had problems with it?
The first time, but last week went very good. Yes.
Watch me. I sat down and I say, I am so proud of this big red. I am so proud of Big Red. Anybody in the wildest dreams could think that Godwin Friday could go and do something like that? Never, no time, nowhere, no place. It wouldn't happen. So I am proud of this man. You think I don't have my problems with him? Of course I have them. Because when I see him doing some things that I get vexed with him and say, this should not happen and that shouldn't happen. But when I watch my country, I don't want to live nowhere but St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I want to live in St. Vincent. Well, I live on mainland. I don't really go to the Grenadines much. My time for that is past. But I want to live in St. Vincent. Just as it is now. Always thinking and always knowing that something better coming. Not that we're going back.
Exactly.
We change the government. That is what is going to happen.
Yep.
We're going back. And we're going back and I don't know where we're going to go. But we can see where we're going. When all of them young people come back here and start to put in to this country what they got, we could be flying. Vincentians, stop this stupidness. Do not allow them to win any election in this country by default. That is what they're telling us, Well, if they can't vote for, we don't vote for them,
Don't vote at all. Yeah, don't vote at all.
Because they're smart. They know if they no longer happen if we don't go to the polls to vote, right? Stop that thinking. You have your young children, you have your grandchildren. When they come to your house during the evening, say, you're going to walk through my door one of these days without anything behind your name. That is what you should strive for right now. And the only way that can happen is by keeping this government in office. I'll have a good day.
Thank you very much, Miss Murphy.
Pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And it's all right. I'm glad me humbug you. And you know, the idea about frustrating the youths or causing frustrations, creating frustrations for the youths, to tell them, don't go vote. Don't go vote. Because they know who the youth would vote for. So the only hope is, let me tell the youth, let me try and create a narrative to tell the youths nothing happening. And hopefully they don't vote. But I make the point, Denny. You can't be the one. You cannot be the one after expressing zero hope and zero faith in the young people to then turn around and tell these same young people, put your faith in me.
All right. Well, we take our final call for the morning. Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Pleasant morning.
How are you, my brother?
Doing well. Doing well. Doing well.
You all right?
Yes, man.
Okay, good. Now, Daddy, you're on the topic of education and this kind of ignorance going on with the NDC and stuff. Okay. Now, I would like the Ministry of Education to pay a little closer attention to the Union Island Secondary School, because there's a lot of history in the school and it seems like nobody is actually paying attention. I'm not talking about the ministry. I don't know if they ain't got the information up to they can't act on the information, but in that school down in the secondary school of Ashton there, have too much of politics in it. Absolutely too much. I'm talking from the rank and up on the head of the school to the bottom. And you see where the government, where they had that little problem there with the virus, and they laying off. Now some of the teachers them getting is like revenge. Now, Mr. Denny, there is chairs. There are things in the school that are not nice. Chairs that children school just open. And there's chairs that they have to rush to get the good chairs. Children fighting over each other, rushing to get chairs to sit on. And that shouldn't be in the second. And I don't think if the principal and them and whoever Baxter, whoever go in there, all of them is politicians, they should be reporting it to the ministry so the government to know what they did in the school when the school went on vacation, not when the school get back to the rushing to get chairs. You understand? When they don't take the chairs and them and lend them out to function, the chairs and them have to mash up. The check what I'm saying, Mr. Denny. So they have to put a stop into things like that in union, because right now everybody now is on politics. The government doing the best for education, because Mr. Denny had the truth. If I have to check, I can't check on one hand. All my children, they come up under the education revolution, they get out. I have children who gone to England, grandchildren gone to England. I have children in Germany. I have children everywhere on the body here. You understand? But they educate themselves, and I try my best to work hard enough to give whatever stipend I could give to every one of them. And every one of them come out to me well. And I'm proud of that, and that is under Dr. Gonzalez. You check it? So I need I have one more son in the school down there, and I just be visiting down there quite often, and I don't like the looks of how down the silent bolt break up. And I'm interested in security in the school. I don't even think the principal does go and look in the toilet to see if everything all right. They should be doing things like that. That is why he headed the school to make sure the school properly run. They have teachers. They have my children are going in town now to big exams. They don't have teachers to teach the subjects down there, and none of them is even substituting. And in the school, if a teacher is a math teacher, even you miss a science teacher, they have a little knowledge about science. I can understand they will go wrong and just for the sake of the children, give them little tips and stuff on science. But they're saying no, none. So if you're going to do exam for science, you're going to have a science teacher. You check? A science teacher go on vacation, get the little one to substitute inside, man. Not just leave them children to suffer. It's very important in the science education, you know. So I hope that the Ministry of Education go get downtown and try to get into the school and find out what is the issue they have. They have big issue in the Ashton. Okay, brother. And I don't want to vex with me, but I as a person to start for the rights of the country.
Yes.
I don't talk for the right of the personal person. I mean, I'm a friend when it comes on personal thing, when it comes on education and the country development. I'm a personal friend when it comes on that. If you're going to bring down my country, I go against it. You understand, brother? So you guys have a good
Have a good one, buddy. Have a good one.
Thanks much. All right.
And those are critical issues, Denny, and something that we always, it's clear. If you have the August vacation, 2 months, enough time for you to do a requisition of what the needs, what the physical, the structural needs are, desks, chairs, benches, what have you, to submit and try and get that done before the opening of the school year. You have that as the manager of the property. Now, the other thing to that though is once things are used properly, you should not be needing new furniture every single year or every single term, Denny.
Exactly.
But I don't know how many of the listeners ever heard of TikTok. Is this application that is used, and a lot of students on TikTok, and they do a lot of these short TikTok videos in their classrooms, and that gives you an idea of what happens in the classroom regarding furniture and so forth. Not all of them, some of them just do random videos, but others are up on desks and up on chairs and so on, and you see what is happening because they record these things. So this ain't because of normal wear and tear. It's not because I love TikTok, Rachel. I love TikTok. It's not because of normal wear and tear. It is very often because of abuse and vandalism. And the teachers and the students themselves need to take responsibility for some of that. They need to. But we after 9. Good after 9. I'll get a good program this morning. Get plenty of time. We'll continue tomorrow morning, God's willing. Don't worry.
Keep your dials here on the Star, of course. The lady Giselle Chance should be taking care of things up until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Don't forget, shake up at 10. That's where we link with WeFM. Keep your dials locked in as we continue here on the morning time on the Star.
Some of our most precious treasures